Okay guys, this is it. We are nearing the finale of our grand unboxing adventure. These are the two big box expansions for, for Deep Madness. So let's dig in. We're going to save Rise of Dagon for last. And so for right now, we will focus on the Oracle's Betrayal and its special investigator mini. So one thing I wanted to point out real fast, guys. Once again, I don't get to see all the day-to-day stuff. I don't get to see, you know, what the packaging's looking like, that sort of stuff. So this is all pretty new and, you know, as surprising for me as it is for you guys. You know how in most Kickstarter games you get the one box and, you know, it's a nice box or whatever for the Kickstarter goals, that sort of thing. But then you might get, like, if there's some extras that come with like an expansion or something like that, a couple of Kickstarter exclusive extras, they'll come in like a little brown plain cardboard box or, you know, whatever. The guys, this is a Kickstarter exclusive mini with the expansion here, and it has a full flippin' packaging. I mean, it's got his name on it. It's got like it's an individual package for a Kickstarter exclusive mini. I don't know that I've ever seen that before, and I've backed a lot of Kickstarters. But anyways, so let's flip this guy open real fast. This is John Murdoch. He's the detective, who, as you'll learn, is perhaps more than he seems as you're playing through the Oracle's Betrayal. And then here you've got his activation card as well as his investigator cards. And once again, it looks like, here, let's just open this up real fast, but I'm pretty sure this is the case. It looks like the translated versions, yep, the translator versions are right in the box with him, or in his blister. So that's John Murdoch. Now, let's get into the Oracle's Betrayal. So the Oracle's Betrayal takes place kind of midway through the Deep Madness campaign. And it has kind of a parallel story that runs alongside Deep Madness. So you can break into Deep Madness to play it. I don't know that I'd recommend it. I think I'd play through Deep Madness first and then get into this, because this also has some extra rules and that sort of thing. So once again, you've got the manual here, which has lots of pretty pictures, some new rules, including clarifications for new rules for the investigators. And then you've also got the storybook, which, I mean, I guess we're kind of known at this point for being a little bit messed up, but the story of this one is kind of messed up. Which, of course, brings myself and others great joy. But so yeah, there's pictures of room setup, and it's a lot of fun. We have a bunch of tokens, and a lot of these tokens are for specific things that happen during the Oracle's Betrayal. A couple of them, like oh, wrong side. She's not on that side. These ones. These are like Hannah's tokens. These are for Clarence Branham, who is I think he's a psychiatrist, Psychiatrist, yeah. So, yeah, that's those. We have room tiles. More room tiles. We have the player cards as well as monster cards. For Clarence, for Hannah. And Hannah is, she's one of my favorite characters, probably too. We have Victim, who looks kind of messed up, not surprising. We've got the Collector, Dissected. Now, so a very interesting thing about Dissected, which you'll learn, maybe I shouldn't ruin it. Dissected are not always bad guys. Sometimes they work for you, and sometimes you have to protect them to win. Here's William, complete with a second card if you would like to use him with the Epic Monster. Then we've also got the Puppet card. This is for a special rule in the Oracle's Betrayal. As you're playing, you might become possessed by William. And when that happens, all good things, right? All good things. What could possibly go wrong when you're possessed by an insane maniac? Nothing. The answer is nothing. So this caught my eye immediately. I don't know. Maybe I didn't see these cards before. We have the Mind Cutter item. Great for... The Mind Cutters exist to chop off people's heads and harvest their brains. So now you too can chop off their heads, and the Collector to harvest their brains. And then the Cage. This is probably extremely useful. And the Mind Dissector. And just in case you felt like you didn't have enough of it, here's some brain tissue for you. Enjoy. Okay, so now we've got some more Madness cards. Just a few, not a whole lot. And then we've got a bunch of new Consciousness cards. So this explains the story leading up to the Oracle's Betrayal, specifically with Dr. William West, the bad guy in Oracle's Betrayal, and how he got to where he is and all that sort of stuff. Here are some chapter cards. More of the little tiny guys. See if there's anything we should... Oh, there is. What could these be for? I guess you'll just have to play the Oracle's Betrayal and find out. Some blank ones too. What could they mean? What could they mean? And some more, different color for something else. What could these be for? Surely not after you've lost your head. And then these are another cool mechanic because we realized we were making Deep Madness too hard, so we had to give you something to help. Okay, so those are the cards. Let's see if there's anything under here. Nope. So let's get into the minis. All right, first of all, we have Sculpt 1 for the victim. You'll notice that they look like they got a haircut that was a little too close. Yep, a little too close. And that's still sculpt 1. Here's sculpt 2 of the victim. And I mean, I'm just flying past these, but guys, the detail on these things, I mean, I know I've said it over and over again, but they look as good as I could have hoped. And I had pretty high expectations. Here's dissected. And now, here they are. Everyone's favorites, the collectors. I love these guys. Here's Collector Sculpt 2. Little known fact, while the collectors do wear helmets, you gotta wonder if there's anything underneath those helmets. Food for thought. Okay, so now we've got Hannah, the little girl, complete with teddy bear. And we have Dr. Clarence, looking very stable, very put together. Definitely the sort of psychiatrist you would want to go to. And last of all, we have Dr. William himself, complete with a giant brain on a tray. Because why not? That's awesome. So, that's the Oracle's Betrayal. I'll throw this back together real quick, and then we'll get on to Rise of Dagon. Now, don't you worry, my dear. Just a couple of very small cuts and...